What's going on, everybody? Level 40 Gaming here. We're going to be jumping back into some more Hogwarts Legacy. Let's get it. Alright. Let me get this set up right here and we'll jump back into it. Welcome, everybody, back. Can't remember what we were doing before we took a break. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, no problem. You're welcome, my brother. Friend, indeed.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Glad you came.
Hello, Serona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgok?
I did, thank you. In fact, we're working together to try and rein in Ramrock.
Are you? I suspected you and he would get along. Perhaps best I don't know details of your plans. And I shall refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something?
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favor for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I don't believe I've met Mrs. Sprottle.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stay with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
Why does Mrs. Sprottle keep a supply of Wiggenweld potion on hand?
Dot's a skilled potioneer. She's been supplying travelling vendors with Wiggenweld potion, an ordinary precaution that has, unfortunately, become a necessity, what with Ranrock's loyalists disrupting the trade routes.
Why did Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle have your box of letters after all this time?
It's one of a few that I had when I was young. Dot found it when she was clearing out a closet. Can't imagine what's in there. Probably terribly theatrical. The ramblings of a teenage witch and her friends. You're welcome to take a peek inside, if you do find it. To be honest, I'd imagine it contains some lovely memories.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it. You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
I like it. You know, when I was in the Navy, that's what we called each other, fools. What's up, fool?
Hogsmeade, here I come.
How you doing, fool? What's good, fool? Happy birthday, fool.
These rocks have seen better days.
For what? What happened with Brett Favre?
Now where to find Mrs. Sprottle?
Shane Bardolph thought dark magic was the answer. I reckon Rookwood's played a hand in his disappearance.
Excuse me, did you say something about Bardolph Beaumont?
I did. I don't think we've met.
I did.
I'm Dorothy Sprottle. I was just worrying about Claire Beaumont's brother Bardolph, only he's gone missing. Rumour is he was seen in the forest practicing dark magic. Saw him myself near some ruins with Rookwood's lot I did. I fear he got himself into trouble with the Ashwinders, especially if he made them a promise he couldn't keep. I'd help search for him myself, but no one will risk encountering Ranrock's loyalists. They seem to be everywhere.
Why would Bardolph want to get involved with the Ashwinders?
Oh, he had a terrible run-in with Ranrock's loyalists. Changed him. He vowed never to feel powerless again.
That doesn't surprise me. All athletes want more money.
Out to learn their secrets.
As if they're not getting paid a ridiculous amount of money to play a game, quote unquote, they love.
Do you think Bardolph may have simply run off?
No. Bardolph's run that shop with Claire his entire life. He'd not give it up for anything. He swore he'd be back in a fortnight. My instincts are that he's been held captive, or worse.
I can certainly look out for him.
Any help would be appreciated. You might speak to Claire first. Perhaps she has some insights that I don't. I can tell you that Bardolph was last seen in the forest wearing a particular woolen jumper, one that Claire knitted herself. Claire will be at her shop if you'd like to speak with her.
Revelio.
This looks intriguing.
The picture looks 3D. That is really cool. Huh.
Revelio.
Going. Always forgetting to use my broom.
Past the river near the forest. I must be on the right track. Confringo! Wingardium Leviosa! Confringo!
You should call it the Cowboys broom.
I should investigate. Confringo!
Fighting is fast without freezing. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. It's definitely fluid in this game. I like it. I'm repulsed by what I have just witnessed. They have created an infurious, a corpse mutilated come to life. I tried to hide my horror at what I was seeing. Alas, I think they saw through me. I need to convince them I am not a spy. I am not here to undermine them. If I do not I fear I could be next. Bardolph.
This mentions in theory, and something about it being Bardolph's turn next.
Wait, I want one of these chickens. Oh.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
Sometimes I do wonder if your eyes are still in your head. I really do.
Money, 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 money.
Ah, Upper Hogsfield. Now where to find Mrs. Sportle?
Chips in the hat, if you please.
I do hope my brother is all right.
I couldn't help but overhear. Did you mention Ranrock's loyalists?
I did. Never imagined they'd act this deadly. I'm Claire Beaumont, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
Ranrock and his followers have set up camp here. No regard for our beloved hamlet or our livelihoods. Ruthless. My brother Bardolph dared to stand up to them and ended up in St. Mungo's. I'm simply at my wit's end.
How did your brother Bardolph end up in St. Mungo's?
Bardolph had spent the entire day hand-picking herbs and roots for us. When a group of Ranrock's lot appeared and demanded the harvest for themselves, Bardolph refused. In their anger, they hurled him against the rock and robbed him. The moment he left St. Mungo's, he vowed revenge. I worry he may be dabbling in magic that he will one day regret.
You said Ranrock's loyalists have set up camp here. Where, precisely?
To the south, across the river. Last I heard, there were several loyalists in each camp. I won't
Across
go
the river
near
and
them.
through the woods to grandmother's house we go.
Why don't you simply leave the area for now?
Upper Hogsfield is my home. Bardolph and I grew up here. No, we are standing firm. Once my brother returns, then we shall decide what to do next. He's gone to seek Victor Rookwood's advice. I didn't approve of that idea, but perhaps in the end it will help.
I'm unfortunately quite familiar with Ranrock's loyalists. Perhaps I can do something.
Much as I would love to be rid of them, I wouldn't want you to risk injury, or worse. Please be cautious. We should not have to live in fear. This is our home.
It seems as though things are getting worse. Best be on my guard.
The single medallion? You are most kind.
of Ranrock's camps, exactly as Madame Beaumont described.
Who's there? How nice of you to stop by.
Incendio!
One less human. Such a boundaries. And rear. You will regret coming here.
Incendio!
I won't rest.
Wingardium Leviosa!
I won't rest.
Your blood's on Ranrock's hands. One camp down, one more to go. Revelio.
Enjoy suffering, do you?
There we go. Kick my feet up a little bit.
It won't be long now before we find another repository.
There we go.
What's that?
I won't rest.
You've been paying attention to defense against the dark arts, haven't you?
Someone's here. Let's get this over. Are you sure?
Wingardium Leviosa.
I won't rest. Teach you nothing about dueling. I will not pray.
Both camps cleared. Madame Beaumont will be glad to hear that. Revelio.
No, even with this, the room upgrade, I still don't feel like I'm
Hogsfield.
flying
Where to
that
find Mrs.
fast.
Sprottle?
I do hope my brother is all right.
Hello, Madame Beaumont. Good news. I was able to clear out Ranrock's camps.
You cleared them out? How?
I managed to catch them off guard.
When my brother returns, this news will mean the world to him. You saved our hamlet, my young friend. This will not be forgotten. I fear for other hamlets, truly. Ranrock and his lot are unlike any goblins I've ever seen.
Excuse me.
What do you have for sale?
What are you looking for exactly? Thank you. Sincerely. Oh, I do hope my brother is all right. Marvellous. I could always use more. Thank you for passing through.
Madame Beaumont, I believe I have some news of your brother.
Badolf? What do you know of my brother?
I regret to say that Bardolph had been turned into an Inferius, and I had to kill him.
What? But how could you possibly think that an Inferius was my brother Bardolph? That's absurd.
He was wearing a woolen jumper, hand-knitted.
No. No. This can't be. Oh.
She
I'm
gonna
truly
explode?
sorry. I wish it had been better news. I wish you well, Madame Beaumont.
What more could I have done? Oh, Bardolph.
She's broken up, but yet she...
Dear, dear brother.
A nut, a sickle, a galleon.
Okay.
Dips in the hide, please. Oh, now, don't be stingy.
Sure's not so bad.
Nice to see you again, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect hawklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some hawklumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
I can certainly try and find some for you.
That would be wonderful. I'm worried about the travelling vendors and would love to get them more Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting hawklumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather hawklumps and collect the box of letters there.
Sirona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Oh, goodness. Well, she was almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
Do you remember anything about the letters you put in the box?
Oh, of course. A few letters from some of her school friends. Some nice memories. I even included a letter Sirona had written to me when she was staying with us. Thought she might enjoy reading it. I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always astonished at how much I've changed, and yet remain the same.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those hawk lumps. I, and the vendors I help, would greatly appreciate it. Hope they know what they're doing.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
Thought we'd forget about that conversation. What have you done?
Better have a look around. See about the hawk lumps and the box of letters. That's all the hawk lumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased.
I'm not diving in that.
Either I'll have to fight that troll, or...
Ooh. Oh, that plant doesn't do very much damage to him.
Revelio.
Revelio.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Revelio. Accio. Confringo.
I think though with our O-line coach coming back to us, I think we'll be fine. Okay, here we go. Dear Serona, when I arrived here, I had a trouble sense that in many ways I wasn't like the other first years. I confess I worried that Hogwarts might not have been the proper place for me and pondered sending an owl to my parents, asking them to fetch me almost before the first week of classes had ended. How did you know? I presume you're not secretly a Leglaments, but I wonder that you seem to know my thoughts better than I did myself. That day in the Three Broomsticks, when you spotted me huddled in a corner, staring back blankly at an untouched butterbeer, I had an empty bit of parchment, my quill dripping ink woefully onto the floor, and you came to sit with me. Well, I shall never forget it. I recall a sudden sense of relief, as if someone had cast a levitation charm on me when you told me about how nervous you'd be to come to Hogwarts. I looked at you, and it seemed beyond my imagination to think of you as anything but confident, contented with which sitting before me. In the days that followed, I marveled at how you charmed, in the non-magical sense, I mean everyone around you without apology, embracing who you were and who they were. It was as though the candle had flickered on for me. I realized that I could choose that path as well. Now that my school years have ended, the frightened first year, which I had since worlds away, and I know it's because you saw yourself in that despairing creature in the corner of the pub, and so generously extended yourself to her. Yours sincerely, Mirabelle. P.S. Please tell Miss Sprottle that I still plan on visiting her and Mr. Sprottle whenever I can, for their delightful conversation, and I am ashamed to admit her incomparable cauldron cakes.
This must be Serona's box of letters.
Dear Serona, I conjured this wee gift for you as a token of my gratitude. If you hadn't stood your ground on my behalf during Quidditch practice last week, I might have left the team altogether, and now we've won the Quidditch Cup. Ravenclaw House would not be the same without you. Yours sincerely, Sean. Dear Serona, happy birthday, my darling friend. I sneaked into the kitchens and asked Finkley to make your favorite cream crowdy. She was delighted to oblige. That sounds good. Not sure where she got raspberries at this time of year. Genius, that Frankie. Bess. Dear Mrs. Spruttle, Mother and Father were delighted to hear that you and I had spent the afternoon at Glad Rags last Saturday. Truth be told, I think my mother was ever so slightly envious. I shan't soon forget how heartily we laughed at my efforts to lace the bodice of my new dress. A challenge indeed, as is the rather delicate practice of properly situating a hat pin without wounding either my hat or my head. But I adore everything that we selected, and I have you to thank for now feeling like a marvelously fashionable witch. It was also a treat to dine at the Three Broomsticks without having to clear the tables. I shall own a place like that one day, mark my words. I consider myself more than lucky that you and Mr. Spruttle agreed to let me stay. I know that my parents feel precisely the same way. Yours gratefully, Serona. My dear Serona, I've sent a note separately to dear Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle for their hospitality, but felt the need to put quill to parchment with my thanks to you as well. What a lovely respite for the castle. I won't soon forget how we giggled about that ridiculous gnome. Did he truly believe that he was singing? And Mrs. Sprottle's steak kidney pie was simply glorious. I shall be dreaming of it for days. I so appreciate you indulging me. I fear I must warn you, however, that this does not mean I will go easy on your next week's match. You know that Ravenclaw is no match for that Slytherin this year. Most gratefully yours, Philomena? Yes.
I think that's everything. Serona will be glad to have this back.
Alright, let's bounce out of here.
I should find Mrs. Sprottle. She'll be glad to get these Horklums.
You can feed a beast, or it can feed you.
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this. Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. I have good news. I was able to harvest some Horklums for you, and I found Serona's box of letters.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion. And Serona will be delighted to have those letters. How kind of you. Now you be careful heading back to Hogsmeade.
I should take this box of letters to Serona. She'll be glad to have it back.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Dug bug warning. Dug bug sighting. Be careful. What is a dug bug? Welcome to the stream.
Abandoned long ago, no doubt. Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
I'll fix him, that charm grinder.
I'll say it again. Can't thank you enough for helping to save...
Hello, Sorona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk lumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlick?
It is. Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
One of the letters mentions Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard. I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points. I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I missed cheering for Ravenclaw.
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aidan. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand. And not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through... well, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aidan. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories. Folks still talk about you taking down that troll in the village circle. You certainly made an impression.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind. Spellcraft is extraordinary.
Rookwood's done those.
That's got to be an helm you pilfered. He left a regret crossing my path. It's you. That
Oh, the light go out of your eyes.
Aw, two farts.
You're a bit dodgy with your skills, aren't you, sweetheart?
I should warn you,
That's just fearful.
I've seen your magic, and I'm not... That's the best you can do.
allow me to put you
Quicker than that. That was amazing. At least give us a bit. Incendio!
Reducto. You'll feel that.
Death from above!
Revelio. Revelio.
This place has seen better days.
I've robbed every traveling vendor that passed through here. They never see it coming.
What was that sound?
Impressive.
Wait till Sebastian hears about this. An Ashwinder.
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. 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 Revelio.
Huh. Guess that's all I can do for now. Probably need more spells or something. Either that or I already got it. Yep, probably already got it. That was just the one thing that was in there. Niffler. Gotcha.
Professor Howard will never believe this.
Give me a couple of them.
Now, I'm only trying to help.
Yeah, got me two of them.
Everything's all right now.
Sweet.
Your poaching days are over. Revelio. This looks intriguing.
Can't figure out why there's such a fuss over poaching. There's enough dumb beasts for everyone. Perhaps I shall scout around Fellcroft for something to poach.
I can't use my broom. Why can't I use the broom?
Haven't a clue why there's such a fuss over poaching. There's enough beast flesh for everyone. Slippery bit.
Good for you.
Bless you.
Revelio.
All right.
I know a Merlin trial when I see one. Reparo. Revelio. Reparo.
All right, guys, that's going to be it for me for tonight. I want to thank y'all for hanging out with me. Do appreciate it. If you could, drop me a like and a subscription. Do appreciate it. Every little bit helps the channel. And as always, don't forget to game hardcore. Peace. I'll be streaming tomorrow probably around noonish. I got some errands to run in the morning, so I won't be on till noon, but hope to see y'all there. Take it easy. Peace.